be asking for feedback.
Are you modeling right now?
It's been 20 years since I did a parent conference. Actually not, because I've had parent conference since I've been here. Oh, hello. Hi, Mrs. Walker. How are you today?
Can you give me a moment? Yeah, I'm gonna need one moment. I had to leave work early because this is the only time you can, so I need to answer this email.
Oh, sure. You go right ahead and do that. You just let me know when you're ready. How are you this afternoon?
I'm not very well. I'm here, you should know, because Jasmine's grades are slipping, and I'm very upset that you haven't reached out to us yet. I haven't received any phone calls, I haven't received any emails, I haven't received any notes home, and I would like to know why.
Oh, Mrs. Walker, I'm sorry you haven't received those, because in her planner, I actually wrote a note and said I'm concerned about Jasmine not getting her homework in. So I thought maybe you would have seen that.
Are you accusing my daughter of lying to me about
Oh,
things at home?
No, sometimes they just don't bring their planners home or they forget to get them out. And I understand that.
Well, my Jasmine is not like that. No, she shows me every time she gets home and there was nothing written in her. She would have no reason to lie about this.
I'm sure she wouldn't. But for some reason that didn't get home to you. So have you noticed anything about Jasmine at home? Has she been feeling tired? Has she had some extracurricular activities that have been taking up more of her time?
No, but I will tell you what I have. I've noticed that Jasmine's friends come over after school, and all of them complain about your class, and how hard the work is, and how mean you are to them in class. And honestly, from what they say, it sounds like what you're doing is just, it's downright acceptable. And I don't think I can stand for it anymore.
Oh, Mrs. Walker, that's really surprising because, do you know, last week I did kind of a course evaluation with the students. I had them fill out a report, and it was anonymous, so nobody had any real reason to say anything that wasn't true. And the students all said they were learning a lot in this math class, and even though some of the topics were tougher, they felt that they were starting to understand it more.
And of course they would say that, because even if it's anonymous, you'll know and you'll punish the whole class. I had teachers like you in school, and I remember how vindictive they pulled you and punished the whole class for mistakes of a couple, just like that Ava Russo who's always giving Jasmine trouble in class. So what are you doing about that, huh? How are you addressing her picking on you?
Who is picking on Jasmine?
Ava Russo, she's in your class.
And
I would expect you to know your class roster a little better.
oh, I know it quite well, and I walk around the entire time they're working, so I haven't noticed any of that going on. But can you tell me specifically what concerns she's having in class?
Her grades are falling. Clearly you're not reaching her with your work. So what you need to do, I shouldn't have to tell you how to do your job, but what you need to do is teach these students. And when you see students struggling, you need to address it.
Oh, I absolutely have. In fact, I've asked her to come in during her study hall time to see if we could work on some of these facts that she's having difficulty with. But so far she hasn't shown up.
To study for her other 5 classes.
I know, that's a challenge. And so I'm always available after school. The students know that, and I'm available before school. I'm usually here by 6:30, so they are more than welcome to come into my class and work with me before school or stay after school.
It's just not reasonable to ask parents to devote that kind of time. Paul and I have to be at work at 6:30, and we work until 3 o'clock. So either you think we're incompetent as parents, or you need to make better use of your class time. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, we have a 90-minute class period, and we use all 90 minutes of it. The students work in groups. They work individually. I work individually with the students during class. What would you suggest extra I could do during that class time?
That is not my job to suggest what you do. The whole point of you training as a teacher and going through college and being so much better than everybody is that so that you know what's going to happen in your classroom, how to address it.
Yes, absolutely.
The other parents and I have the right mind to go to your administrator, maybe even the superintendent, and tell them that you're not performing your duties.
Mrs. Walker, you certainly have the right to do that. And if that would make you happier, but I think right now we're talking about Jasmine, and what's in her best interest. And so, as I mentioned before, I am very willing to work with her. Pardon me?
No, go ahead.
I am very willing to work with her. And I am willing to work with her at many different times. So if she can come in during study hall, or if she can come in during lunchtime, I think that would give us a good amount of time to work on the concepts she's struggling with. Because up until now, she's been doing fine. It's just been the last couple weeks where she's been challenged.
Oh, so you have noticed. So you noticed this and just did not reach out to us. I think that's all I need to hear with this. You can be sure to hear from your superior in the next couple of days, because I will talk.
Thank you,
I
Mrs. Walker.
think this conversation is not going to be productive.
Thank you, and if that makes you feel better, that will work well, and I'll continue to work with Jasmine in class though, because she is a very good student. And I hope that she will be able to understand the concepts a little better in the next couple weeks. Thank you, Mrs. Walker, for coming in and taking your time. End session.